So yeah, moving swiftly on, we got Virgin News for you today. And Virgin News, I'm gonna have like sound bites for the next show and stuff like that. Uh, just stuff to introduce some of these segments, just to make it sound cooler and look nicer on camera and stuff like that. But yeah, first news we have Batman and Catwoman are not allowed give head. I don't know if any of you know about the Harley Quinn show. It's a new animated show on HBO, made by Warner Brothers, but it's not for kids. It's like if you're thinking at the same time, oh yeah, it should be cancelled because it's a cartoon. Like it's a cartoon with superheroes. Kids shouldn't be watching that, so that shouldn't be in the show. But it's an adult show. It's like if you were watching South Park or Rick and Morty. Like I know you can show some kids some of those type of content, but you really shouldn't be. I did, and look how great I didn't turn out. But yeah. So the Warner Brothers made a statement the other day of Catwoman, a scene of Catwoman. And I don't know why they put it out. I think it's just promotion. I think it's actually a clever move. They put this out there going, because it was never been in the show. It wasn't released yet. So they put out a statement saying Catwoman and Batman's sex scene deleted from Harley Quinn show. But they went into detail then going, it was a scene of oral from Batman. Batman giving Catwoman oral had been deleted, and they said the reason for deletion is because superheroes don't do that. What? Squeeze what? Heroes don't get head? Heroes don't have sex? I mean, yes they do. Why else would they want to save humanity? To eat more puss. Of course they fucking do. I mean, like, that's not the real reason. You just went, you know what? We're making cartoon porn. We could sell this to Japan, but the rest of the world, nah, it's not gonna work. Like, I just don't understand why they, like, I can understand, like, they're giving interest to the show and stuff like that, but Harley Quinn's a super popular show for, like, anyone who's into comic books and stuff like that. It's a huge, high-rating show. Highly popular. And it just baffles me. But one of the things that I think, I'll pull up my phone here, a screenshot of it. One of the things I found the funniest about all this was Val Kilmer. I'm going to put up a picture on the screen. Val Kilmer reacted to this news. Val Kilmer weighs in on Batman sex debate. And he put up a screenshot, two screenshots. He put up his face smiling in Batman Forever, which I always thought was the weirdest fucking thing ever. Oh, I never explained fully what Virgin News is. Terribly sorry. Like I said, this whole show is going to be trial and error. Virgin News is essentially like it's a funny name for basically comic book, video games, and movie news for all us nerds out there that don't have sex, hence Virgin News. But yeah, going back to Val Kilmer weighs in on Batman sex debate. And he put up a caption saying, does he or doesn't he? And it's a picture of Batman with, I can't remember her name, I think it's like, she's basically Rachel in The Dark Knight. There's another girl, I think she was a journalist. I haven't seen Batman Forever in ages, because it sucks. But just caption going, we could give it a try. I'll bring the wine. And I just thought that was fucking great. I thought Val Kilmer is a disgusting fat mess now, and I think the fact that he'd be like, yeah, Batman eats pussy, yeah, you did every fucking day. I think that's kind of fucking funny. Then we're going on to E3, and E3 was a shit show this year. I have to say, normally you get like E3 is a gaming conference, be like Comic-Con, where they would announce a lot of like movies that be coming out, but E3 is for announcing what the fuck was that? E3 is a conference for gaming, and normally they'd have a huge catalog of new games that be coming out and amazing game trailers, like really good game trailers. You normally get like, even for like really boring games that the majority of people wouldn't play mainstreamly, like Diablo and stuff like that. They have huge, beautiful cinematics that you kind of wish were movies and stuff. But you get none of that this year. I do think a big reason for that is the fact that Sony aren't part of E3 anymore. They're doing their own thing. But everything else, like you have Microsoft, they're a huge, huge company. Huge games like Halo Infinite and stuff like that. And then also they're like they didn't make it the new Far Cry, but the new Far Cry, I remember the trailer came out last year, the first cinematic, and it looked stunning. It looked like a beautiful game, really cool. Gus Fring from Breaking Bad is in it. I was like, Jesus Christ, I can't wait for this fucking game. Then they released another trailer coming up to E3 just about like the gameplay and stuff like that. I thought that looked pretty cool. And then E3 they released this weird trailer of like it wasn't necessarily a trailer. They like showed footage of the gameplay, but it was like a story cinematic. My God, the graphics in that game look so bad, so bad. If you are into like, especially the fact it's being made from next gen, and I don't understand how they can. I think Cyberpunk has a huge play in all this now of selling things, dreams to people of what they can play on consoles and stuff like that and PC, and people expecting way too much from it, and it blowing up in people's face. Now, in fairness, Cyberpunk, they shit their own bed on CD Projekt Red. They really shit the bed on Cyberpunk, but I do think a lot of game companies were afraid of that, of going, if we sell them too much on this, we will get sued out of our fucking biscuit tin. Next we have Michael Keaton's return of Batman. Michael Keaton is reprising his role as Batman in the new Flash movie. I have to say, I think it's a really cool idea, because you have to understand, like, a lot of people are losing their mind going, oh, you moved to Ben Affleck to Michael Keaton, he's getting older and older. But that's not necessarily what's happening here. I think they're going for Flashpoint, which is a story, a comic book story of Flash time traveling. But he jumps into different parallels, so he jumps into parallel universes and stuff like that. Really, really cool story. The film isn't going to be loosely based off that, because they can't fully do the full Flashpoint story. But that's what this is. This is Michael Keaton as Batman in a different DC timeline universe. It's something that Marvel are now attacking. They have done that in comics before and stuff like that, but in the movies, they are doing the altered timelines. The first movie they'd done that with was with Into the Spider-Verse, which is not mainstream MCU yet, but after, if you're watching Loki at the minute, which 2 episodes in, it's another episode out tonight, can't wait. It's great. It's so great, and it's really tackling that timeline jump stuff. WandaVision kind of went into that parallel universe stuff, but it was just, you seen spells and stuff. But with Loki, they're really showing that the timelines are branching off. If the last episode is not really that much of a spoiler, but it's really, really good. And the stuff that's going to be coming out in Marvel, especially in Doctor Strange, it's called like the Mouth of Madness of the Multiverses or something like that. But yeah, going back to Michael Keaton, we also have, which is, I think, is pretty big for DC to do in not the main timeline at the minute. That's not saying that she won't be pulled from that universe into the main universe. It could. Things have happened like that in Flashpoint, but they released pictures of both Michael Keaton and I can't remember her name. I'm just gonna search it for girl actress, and her name is. There's too many faces for me to look at right here. Flash movie. And as you can tell from my typing and how slow it is, I'm heavily dyslexic. Yeah, Sasha Calle. She's Latina. Her costume looks great. It really looks good. Like, there's been a few recent Supergirl comic book drawings and stuff like that, and her hair's cut short and stuff like that, and she looks exactly like like the comic adaptation. Even the way that the cape is brought in, they haven't shown pictures with the cape. That's going to be CGI'd in, obviously, but they have like coming down from the S to the shoulders. It's all perfectly matched. I think it's it's going to be a really, really good film. It's from the same director as the of the It movies. I didn't really like It Chapter 2, but he's a competent director that can pull off action and all mad different things. So I'm really excited to see what actually comes from that, and especially after watching the Snyder cut of Justice League, it's it's kind of mad seeing Ezra Miller in those two different types of Flash performances with the reshoots from the Joss Whedon version of Justice League that came out before the Snyder Cut, even though the Snyder Cut was filmed first. That's a whole video by itself. But I didn't like Ezra Miller as Flash in the first one. I thought it was funny in times and stuff like that, but it was a bit too try-hard, which was off-putting for me. And he was useless. The character contributed nothing to the story. He had his own, in the last final boss fight, he had his own subplot of where he's trying to save some Russian family that are brand new, introduced into the movie the last 15 minutes or so of the boss fight. He's off saving this small family from these flying insect things that I just didn't think was good. And then you have the Zack Snyder cut where Flash is competent, Flash is funny, he's smart, and he does a lot of cool things. So I'm actually looking forward to Ezra Miller as the Flash again in the new Flash movie. Black Adam just finished filming this week. The Rock just put out that statement. Look, I love Black Adam as a comic book character, but at the same time, I am not wholeheartedly looking forward to a Black Adam solo pick. And I think The Rock is a perfect casting for him, but not in his own movie. The Rock is a super successful actor. That doesn't necessarily mean he's a good actor. I think he's a pretty piss poor actor. He has some funny comedic timing. He's pretty good comedic timing in like Hobbs and Shaw and in Central Intelligence with Kevin Hart, and in the Jumanji movies. Look, he has got good comedic timing. But Black Adam is a dark, serious character, and the only way that would work is if he's the main villain in the movie. Black Adam is a main villain. He's Shazam's Captain Marvel, but everyone knows him as Shazam. It's his main villain, and they have the same type of powers. He's just an older Egyptian and stuff like that, but he doesn't really contribute a lot dialogue-wise in the comics. He's normally just this powerhouse of a supervillain. He's a lot more powerful than Shazam and stuff, but it's kind of a little bit annoying to the fact that they have made the perfect casting for somebody who is strong, has that sense of intensity of like if he looks mean, he's mean because he's a big dude, and he looks like Black Adam from the comics. It's kind of annoying that necessarily, he's going to be a good guy because Dwayne The Rock Johnson cannot be a bad guy in a movie. They tried to do it in Fast and Furious, but he's still a cop, and it has to be a good guy in every movie, and that's kind of upsetting in the sense if you're a Black Adam fan. I know most people who would watch the movie, like most superhero movies, aren't actually avid fans of the character, so they don't necessarily care about change. But it's kind of annoying in a sense that we want to see The Rock versus Shazam in a pure good guy versus bad guy setting. And that's not to say that they can't face off in the future. In future Shazam movies or future Black Adam movies. But it will say that it's going to be kind of like that Batman v Superman type of thing if they do make Dwayne The Rock Johnson a good guy as Black Adam, which is a little bit underwhelming. So in Virgin News, I always pick a movie pick of the week, and movie pick for me is Little Things, starring Denzel Washington, Rami Malek, and Jared Leto. And this movie is a clever detective movie solving murders, and it's kind of got that Seven type vibe to it. But it's such a clever, unique movie. I haven't seen a detective movie quite like it on like Seven, which would be kind of similar. It pulls on the moral strings of detectives and uh, humanity in a sense. The director does a really fucking intelligent thing with the movie by placing small little bits of evidence for not the actual characters to see, but for the audience themselves, like placing the killer's car throughout the movie in the background and stuff. Um, it's not a spoiler, but the reason why it is called Little Things has a purpose, and that is purely don't get caught up in the little things. And if you are off the bandwagon of Jared Leto being a good actor after seeing his heinous performance in Suicide Squad, I don't blame you. However, if you do watch this movie, you will see how good of an actor he is. It's probably one of the creepiest, unnerving performances I've ever seen in my life. He really has it down to a T, playing these unhinged fringe characters, and I have to say his performance in this is probably one of the best creepy performances I've ever seen, including any horror movie I've ever seen. So give it a watch. You can watch it on Apple TV, rent it, or you can stream it any fun way you want. I'm not going to get myself in trouble here by saying but you can. I'm sure if you put enough time into it, you can.